Gearing up.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah, there's that mountain again. Barely made it in here. Just at the end, pretty muddy.
Yeah.
There's a couple of spots that were rough, but
Yeah, it was. I was scared.
praying.
Blasted my cow on tubes to keep my... I'm gonna make it.
You did.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Should be another exciting trip. Expecting some rainstorms along the way, but
I think
we'll deal. We're ready.
okay.
We're prepared.
We're good.
And everybody else chickened out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
who is meant to be here is here.
That's right. So we've just got into base camp. We're just pulling in. Chelsea unfortunately re-aggravated an injury that she had from that Bovin Lake hike that we took a couple of weeks back. You know, we were crossing those glaciers and we'd sink in every once in a while. And at one point she kind of like, pulled a ligament or something, just hyperextended something. And took a few days after we got home for it to be feeling a little bit better, and it's giving her a little problem since, but she thought she'd be good for this one, and it's really bothering her. So don't think she'll be making the climb up the mountain from here, but at least we're in base camp and we can enjoy our time up in the back country. I gotta head back over the ridge here, go fetch another pack. Bring it on over. How you doing? Surviving?
Surviving.
A lot of pain?
Not too bad, but it's there.
Yeah.
Hurts.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's not childbirth, so.
but now you can just rest, hey? Rest and
Poor crippled lady.
put some put a cold water pack on there maybe. We'll figure something out.
I'm just disappointed.
I know,
That's
but
all.
there's nothing you can do, Nothing you can do. You got to be here.
True. So most people couldn't even get here.
Yeah.
I'm
So
grateful.
we got a really nice camp.
I'm happy. Thank you for
Aw,
bringing my pack.
aw. No biggie. No, I'll go get it. All right. Welcome to base camp.
Oh.
We did. Trying to get things set up at base camp, and then hopefully I'll take Tash and we'll do the summit while Chelsea stays back at base camp. But I gotta get the tents up, get some water fetched, get firewood in place and all that stuff real quick. tents are already up. I didn't film it, but I'll show it soon enough. And this is pretty much my favorite little glacier fed brook in the world to collect water from. It's just super clean Chief Mountain water. I've never seen it with the snow still here like this, but it's got just this little waterfall down here that I use for filling up. And yeah, there we go. That's perfect. And yeah, this time around, I picked up one of these 5-liter containers, collapsible containers, just from Dollarama for like $2.50 or something like that. I mean, a lot of guys, it's like making fun of that Coughlin camping gear. You know, you can make fun of it all you want, but that stuff's been around a long time, and most of it's proven gear. I mean, they got some funky stuff, you know, the Swiss Army fork, knife, spoon thing. They got some stuff I've never had any use for, but I'm not afraid to pack some cheapo stuff. And I know that hiking from base camp to here and back again is a real pain in the butt if you have to do it with smaller canteens. So I think a 5-liter container this time around, I bet it's going to make my life a bit easier. No water cleaner than that. Let's see if I can grab at least one decent sized chunk of firewood along the way. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Base camp's over there. Weather's kind of skirting around us, luckily.
What's that?
The clouds are kind of going in. They're coming from the north, but they're kind of going southwest. They're kind of going into the valley up those ways. So hopefully we'll be okay. We're gonna try to summit the mountain. It looks so different from this side. Doesn't look all chief at all.
It does. That's true. I was thinking the same thing. On the other side.
No, this is the mountain. It's got a different face on every side, I think, you know. Abort! Abort! Those southwest winds have been carrying the clouds into this valley, and the clouds are so low that they just seem to be getting trapped and building up. And we're expecting moisture to start falling anytime. So we've turned around and we're gonna sleep on it and hope for better weather in the morning to
Yes, better weather.
yeah, better weather to make another attempt. No, climbing on that rock face in the rain is not fun. I've done it on the way. I've got caught up there, like come down with it raining.
Was it scary coming down?
Yeah, and there was lightning started and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't good. Yeah, but yeah, we're headed back to base camp. Late night in the tent, munching on snacks. Snack attack. Late night snack attack.
Yes.
Trying to put ourselves into a sugar coma. No, not really. We have like pepperonis,
mozzarella.
a little bit of like really fresh mozzarella cheese, and yeah, some sour watermelon candy.
It's a birthday treat.
That's right, Chelse's birthday today.
Yeah.
31 years old.
Mhm.
I forgot to film the birthday cake, but
It was sweet. It didn't need to be filled.
it was a
sweet.
Hostess cupcake with a inflamed stick on it.
Hey, I loved it.
Well, we're gonna have real birthday on Monday, but camping birthday, you know.
It's sweet. Gotta use what's in around us, so.
That's right. So yeah, we're just having a real quick snack attack and then
Crash.
try to crash out. Yeah. It's not too cold.
No.
The weather doesn't look too bad. Oh.
Yeah.
It's just really cool and surreal being up here, you know? Like, what are we doing
Right?
out here in the back country, in the southern, you know, in Rockies of southern Alberta? Chief Mountain, the like most prominent mountain. Okay, it's Montana, but
But
fuck Montana. We're in
Yeah,
Alberta. As far as we're mentally concerned,
right?
we're in Alberta. Yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird being out in this kind of place where, you know, I know that there's people that like plan for a long time and, you know, take a special guided vacation to come out to some place like this, and you know, it's our backyard.
Mhm.
And this summer we're starting to make use of it
Yes.
a little bit.
I don't injure myself anymore.
It's not your fault. We didn't have snowshoes on the last one.
No.
Fell through the glacier a few times and hyperextended things, but that's okay. It just made for good exercise for me today. I felt like I was in the gym because I would run my backpack, you know, like quarter of a kilometer or something, drop it off, go back, get her backpack, come drop it off, make another round. So I actually climbed Chief Mountain about 1.5 times today. Yeah, about 1.5 times. But
I'm grateful.
oh, you don't have to carry that.
Thank you.
No, I was having fun. I was feeling all like, I don't know, felt like being in the gym, you know.
Yeah, but I'm still very thankful.
Oh.
Not anyone could do that.
Yeah, not anybody, but a lot of people could.
Well, not a lot of people would.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Well, there's nobody else up here but us, so I guess we're in a special class.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, I guess we're signing off for the night, and we'll see you in the morning for day 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting ready to start our morning fire, and I thought I'd try a little something different. I got this Fire Mini Boss Bug Out Survive Supplies Pocket Fire Starting Kit with one of my battle boxes. So I think what I'm going to do is use one of these tinder tabs, they call it, empty one of these magnesium capsules onto it, use the ferro rod to strike a spark on there and see if I can light up our fire. course I never tried the lens because we don't got sun. This is the lens, and I never tried the char cloth yet, but I think the fat wood sticks do pretty good along with the magnesium and ferrorod. I don't know what the deal is with these things. I need a tutorial. Maybe you're just supposed to light them with a lighter. I have no idea. Pull them apart. They're pretty hard. They look like cotton, but they're pretty hard. Maybe wax infused or something. But yeah, the fat wood sticks did the trick. Ta-da! Just winding my way through the northwest boulder field here, beginning our descent of the mountain. You know, you can really tell where the newer rock slides are and where the old stuff is, because where the older stuff is, you know, soil has come in and filled in the gaps, and you know, it's pretty easy hiking. A lot of people, when they come down or when they come up the mountain, they don't know to stick to the older rock fall, and so they go right across the middle of the fresher boulder field, and man, if you want to twist an ankle or something, that's the place to do it. Speaking of which, like yesterday, Chelsea's knee is pretty buggered up, and so I'm going to be Sherpaing our equipment for the two of us. So I'll end up making 2 descents and 1 ascent of the mountain today, as I, you know, carry a pack a certain distance, drop it off, go back, grab another pack, carry it that same distance, or go the next stretch, you know. So I got a good workout ahead of me, which I don't mind. I figure it's going to take us some time because she's going to be moving slow. Decided not to try to summit this time. Tash said she felt good about what we did this time, and she's going to come, you know, better prepared, mentally, physically, equipment wise, for the next round. And yeah, I don't mind. I just enjoy coming out here and spending nights. Really, that's what it's about for me, is the backpacking, you know, as much as it is, can I get to the top of this mountain? I've been there many times before, and I know I can do it, you know, anytime I want to. So it's not a big deal for me to turn back. I think Chelsea was a little disappointed. You know, it's her birthday, and she was excited to get up there and do it again, but we'll have lots of opportunities in the future. So yeah, we're gonna just be making our way slowly. Girls are back that way, kind of where I left the last pack, taking a break, and we'll see how long it doesn't matter how long it takes us to get out of here. We'll just take our time and look at the sights, maybe a few of the plants and stuff along the way. Heading down to recross the glaciers, the small glaciers here that I just showed us crossing previously. I'm on my way back to pick up my pack, but because of the rains last night, all of our footprints, our original footprints, you know, from where we came through yesterday, were pretty much washed away. Hey, you can just see traces of them here. So anything from yesterday has disappeared. And what's awesome about that is just right up here, I'll show you. Check this out. Hey, these tracks here, that's a pretty big hoof print. I think that's a moose, and it's a solitary animal. It's going up this way, and I didn't see him, but he's up here somewhere, and he's come through today, so that's pretty neat. Just taking a quick breather here before I throw my pack back on and head up for a second time to meet the girls on top of that ridge that we just climbed. Looking at the boulder field here, you know, I don't see any moose, and I kind of don't think he went up in this way. I figure he went off those, we can't see him, but the glaciers are just below this rise here. I figure he went up that way over the ridge, he or she, and we may still have an encounter when we get to the wet meadows on kind of the northeast side of the mountains. I'm hoping so. Wouldn't mind seeing some animals out here. Haven't seen a marmot. Usually see marmots. All I'm seeing are lots of pika, and they're pretty hard for me to get on film because they I don't have my camera with the telephoto lens with me, and they keep their distance. But yeah, I've only ever seen mountain goats, you know, as far as large ungulates go up here, so it'd be pretty cool to see a moose. I'll show you guys a secret. One of my favorite trail meals is dry processed pepperoni, you know, the kind that you don't have to refrigerate. Not too spicy, just kind of original flavor, you know, pepperoni. And with that, my ultimate favorite is a hunk of fairly fresh mozzarella cheese that kind of curdles a bit on the trail as you go. Starts getting milky and stuff, and hopefully warm, you know. And there's something about that just slightly curdled mozzarella. When I was 16, I took a group of, might have been 17. I took a group of high school students backcountry hiking in the Steens Mountains, and we packed a couple of hunks of cheese, mozzarella and cheddar. And I remember like day 3 out there, you know, getting into that warm mozzarella. Man, that was the best. So ever since, you know, when I go backcountry hiking, I crave it a bit. Anyway, I better throw on the pack and continue onward and upward. Probably you won't be able to see it with this camera from where I'm at, but it's just as I thought it would be. Up there, that glacier on the side of the mountain, there's fresh tracks from the moose coming up over that ridge and coming down that glacier, and he took off probably through these wet meadows. Now I've already hiked one pack all the way over that way and scouted it out, so I didn't see the moose anywhere. You know, it cracks me up that what for us is like a whole big day-long affair or a few hours anyway, for the moose, he just trots up the side of the mountain and trots back down. You know, who knows where he's going. But yeah, I'm gonna come up here, fetch my pack, and then come back through this way. And while I do so, I'm gonna stop and collect some water, take some water with me, probably some wild chives too. There's a lot of these wild chives. Not too many of them are in flower quite yet. Some of them have the flower heads. See, look at this. Boom, that's got a flower head on it. So, but yeah, they're real tasty. Probably grab some of those to take home with me, and some water. Here's a lesson from the mountain for what it's worth. A lot of times as you're moving along, you can come to an area where it looks like you've reached kind of a dead end. Doesn't look passable in front of you. But if you continue forward, you'll find out it opens up, that there were passageways that you can see from the angle, from the perspective that you were looking at it from. So I don't know. Might be worth applying some of that lesson to life. You know, sometimes when it seems like you've come to an impasse and there's nothing you're going to be able to do, maybe it's not so impassable after all. Maybe you just need to move forward a little bit more and you'll see it from a different angle. Hey.
Hey. I'll tell her I think we should go back and check on
I did a long stretch that time, you know.
Yeah, you did.
So did you guys see the briefcase?
I did. It was cool.
That's funny. I gotta show the camera this thing. So in all the years that I've been coming to Chief Mountain, from the very start, I've always bumped into this thing, and it's a mystery. It'd be a cool like project for you know, somebody who's teaching creative writing or something to take up as an artifact for people to just write a story about. But check this out. This is like the top of an old briefcase. It's just really hard to imagine how or why a briefcase would get out here, you know, way out in the backcountry on the side of Chief Mountain. It's pretty wild. But yeah, last year I came up twice and I couldn't find it either time. And as we were coming up yesterday, I didn't see it and I thought maybe somebody stole it. But cool to see it's still here after all. Pretty much the last leg of the hike now, and Chelsea's back in the pack. I don't know, she must have been feeling sorry for me, or maybe just getting cold, waiting for my slowness, because I've slowed down a bit. Getting a little bit tired, but we're almost back to the vehicles now, so the big question will be whether we can get out of the parking area, because we barely got in. Well, we made it back to the vehicles, and where we're parked looks quite a bit drier, or more dry than it was when we pulled in. The problem is there's this huge ass puddle down the way, and when this was all slick yesterday coming in, after going through that puddle, like our tires were just coated in mud and we were sliding around everywhere and pretty close to getting stuck. But I don't think we'll have a problem getting out of here now. And yeah, back to town, back to civilization.